This tutorial is a quick tour of the LexisNexis database. It's designed to give an overall view for beginners and those returning to school after some time, so I'll add some basic research tips. LexisNexis contains more than 15,000 business, legal, and news sources. It's important to know what a database can't do as much as what it can. There are other databases best suited for topics like psychology, music, or even how Superman got his powers. As you can see, it has several kinds of boxes called widgets to look up news, legal cases, companies, and even people. There's even a box to do a combined search to have your inquiry overlap in several areas. For details on each one, click the Help button. Let's do a quick search for a company we should all know by now. The first one is the social media network. You can see its street address, whether it's private or public, and even if it's the parent company or headquarters. We even discovered a few other companies with the word Facebook in them. By seeing what a database pulls up, you start to learn what it's about. By clicking on the company's name, we get all kinds of fun business information. Let's try a legal case. I usually know them by the parties' names. Here at the top we see a description of the case. Scrolling down we see a case summary. Notice the core terms here. And a little bit later on, the people involved in the case. These make excellent keyword or subject searches within other databases. When doing research, always keep your eye out for terms that can possibly expand your research. Let's try looking for a famous business person. We're going down here to research people. Notice the source says biographical reference, so we'll be looking for a short biography. And here we have 8 results. Now, glancing through these, what I notice is the word Microsoft here and here. So these two look like my top choices. This is the most familiar way I've seen the name being displayed, so I'm going to try this one first. Before I do, notice that we have different entries according to the sources, which is how these are broken down. This looks like they were the same person, Bill Gates and William Henry Gates III. Scrolling down, I see some biographical information. Let's go back and look at the other one just in case. Different source, different set of information. Do note these are very limited. Remember, this database is primarily for business, legal, and news sources. There are other databases suited more for personal biographies. But what if we want recent news about Mr. Gates? We can change this here to recent news stories. And we get more than 3,000 results. When you get a gigantic number of results, look for ways to limit the search. Let's head back. Now, limiting it by date would really help. Now, I don't see an advanced search link here, or one by date, but I do see one over here in the combined search area. Now, this also covers news, so let's see. Here we can put our search terms in. Now, as far as date, we can put in an actual date, but let's just kind of check in the previous month. And we actually have some index terms that allows us to limit it in more ways. Let's try industry. And let's check the computing and information technology, just in case there's a Bill Gates and some other type of business or field. Add to search. And now we can search. Okay, here now we have 82 results. Up here, we can search within these results if we want to narrow it down more by like specific topic or an event. I actually saved one of the most important parts for last, getting used to a database's homepage layout. Notice the tabs on the left. These blue tabs are actually menus, not links. In the upper part, we see the advanced search option, which we already use under general searching. By clicking on each tab, we see more links within those areas. To learn more about LexisNexis, click on the Guides and Resources. Here you'll see some useful links like guides and tutorials. Hopefully this will help you test the waters with LexisNexis Academic and use what you've learned with other databases.